Sultan Abu Bakr and Amir Uthman Harar's ex-Muslim kings. In 1520, Sultan Abu Bakr moved the capital of the Adal Sultanate from Dakkar to Harar. In Harar, he allowed un-Islamic activities like drinking, gambling, and dancing with drums. This made Quran teachers and sheikhs angry, so they scolded him. Fundamental Muslims labeled the freer, secular society as corrupted. Abu Bakr was called an enemy of Allah and Muslims for his secular laws. In 1525, after years of tension, an intense civil war broke out between supporters of Sultan Abu Bakr and Imam Ahmad's fundamentalists. Amir Uthman was a former slave. He worked in politics under Amir Nur for 15 years and was appointed the next ruler of Harar, instead of Amir Nur's own sons. He converted to Islam at some point after he was owned by Amir Nur. In 1567, when Uthman started his reign, Harar was in a desperate situation after being ravaged by famine, a deadly plague and war. He was a leader ahead of his time and greatly improved the city. He made a peace treaty with the pagan Oromo community and strengthened the economy by making policies that grew the commerce industry. He also enacted laws that went against Islamic teachings, such as allowing wine drinking and the redirection of the 20% share of stolen goods from raids and war from people who claimed to be descendants of Islam's prophet to refugees. Uthman is described as neglecting his religious duties, likely prayer, which could mean he either wasn't practicing the religion at all or very little. His policies made him strongly disliked by some. He was condemned for his irreligious behavior by his conservative opposition. He was also labeled as an enemy of Allah and Muslims. His agreement to return any Oromo who lived in Harar back to their territory was used to fuel a rebellion against him. Uthman agreed to return a sheikh's daughter in Harar, who reconverted to Islam, back to Oromo territory. When he did so, he made the choice to keep his promise instead of following Islamic scripture. Abu Bakr and Uthman's lack of sharia law implementation in favor of secular laws, the strong reactions against them, and their fights with the conservative Muslim leaders suggest they either had a different interpretation of the religion than others, or perhaps weren't believing Muslims at all. If they didn't believe in Islam, as rulers of an Islamic state, they could not say so publicly because they would lose their position and risk losing their lives from Muslims who would want to kill them for leaving Islam. The only people we know today who are called the enemy of Allah and Muslims are non-Muslims.